Mystic, say something like you were talking like we're doing the podcast.
So anyway, I just started blasting.
Okay.
And
Keep talking, because you're too low. Keep talking.
Okay, today I ate 2
Beautiful.
granola bars.
Beautiful.
There you go.
Rynnie?
Today
talk like you talk in the podcast. Don't do the little don't do your little voice. Because y'all get louder as we talk. That's why I'm saying.
Yeah!
Today I played Dead by Daylight, and Nicolas Cage is really funny.
Keep going.
And it was a really good time, and I'm so glad that I got back.
Beautiful. Yeah. Beautiful, ladies. Beautiful. Okay. Okay, well, I would ask whose turn it is, but being that Mystic hasn't been around in a while, it's her time. It's her time to shine.
Yeah, buddy. Intro time, baby.
Do you know what number we're on? I think we're
Absolutely not.
Okay, we are on number... Hold on. YouTube's being really fucking slow today. God damn.
Apparently, goddamn.
I think we're on... Yeah, we're on number 26.
26.
Yep.
26, okay. Oh, now I gotta remember how we do this. Alright.
Do it however you feel comfortable. Just know we're on 26, that's all.
Yeah, 26, alright. I hope we don't lose this recording like the last time I was on.
Yeah, no.
Knocking on wood, ...
We'll be alright. It's been good.
We'll be right. Yep. Alright, we're ready?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. 3, 2, 1. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the broadcast episode 26. How are we doing today, ladies?
Doing good.
Hey, doing good.
Right. Yeah.
Vibing.
Hell yeah. And if you're new to this podcast and you don't really recognize my voice, or you don't catch the lives and don't recognize my voice, my name is Mystic. And I am joined here by the ladies who are always here and keeping this thing alive and growing. So proud of y'all. And I am joined here with Miss Xylie Star.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
The gorgeous Miss Eva.
Hello.
And the very adorable Rynnie, even though she's adamantly denies it.
Hello.
Oh, it's good to be back.
Yeah, we're glad to have you back. My God, we've had you in the basement for like way too long now. My God.
Yeah.
Goddamn long, honestly.
And you build up a tolerance to that milk yet, or what?
Yeah.
Still no. Still gives me the tummy rumbles. But you know what? You know what? The milk testing is going good. I think we have decided that passion fruit is the next launch.
Oh God.
Passion fruit.
Passion fruit milk, Lord have mercy.
That might actually be really nice. to tell you
Actually,
the
it
truth.
might work
Yeah.
out. It might work out, absolutely. No, I'm glad that you're back, though, Mystic. It's been a long time, girl, and I was, like, starting to worry, going, damn, is Mystic going to come back? What's going on? But no.
Well,
Yeah.
I will. Yeah, I will say, though, that today is my last day of my probationary period at work, thus meaning I can now adjust my schedule.
Ooh, nice. Okay.
If I want to. Yeah.
Oh.
So now I can maybe do some opening shifts in the middle of the week and whatever, and hopefully be able to get out on time to be able to record.
Oh, that would be amazing. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell
So I can
yeah.
actually be back in full swing. God damn it.
That would be awesome. But look, you know what? It was totally understandable because when we started this podcast, I was wondering how you were even paying your bills because they were giving you like maybe one day a week. And I'm like,
Yep.
how is she living? Like, how is she doing this? So when you started getting the more hours, you know, me and Eve were like, no, that's okay. Because the way they were giving you a schedule before, we were like, bro.
Right? And the secret, you gotta follow the people who are broke as fuck, giving like financial tips on TikTok and shit.
Yeah.
I learned that like about twice or 3 times a week you could go actually sell platelets at places like plasma. Sorry, not platelets, plasma. You can sell plasma, and sometimes they do a special. Your first however many times you get like $100 or whatever.
Oh shit!
So
wow!
That's what I did to pay my bills. I sold plasma.
You sold your blood.
Basically.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah. So yeah, that's how. But now my job's giving me 40-hour fucking weeks, and I feel like I'm dying. But you know what? It's fine.
Hey,
Yeah, get
at
that
least I
money
can
rolling
survive.
in.
Yeah.
That's right.
ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Well, we do have a few stories today. And well, the first one is kind of I don't know who put this in. I think it was Eva. Was it you, Eva, about the zombie kid?
It wasn't me, no.
It might have been Bunny. Oh, and by the way,
it was.
Bunny's not here because she's got some IRL stuff going on, and we're gonna miss Bunny, but that's okay. She's here all the other times, so.
I decided to swap places with her today, apparently.
Yeah, exactly. Y'all just swapped. That's all. So this one, IGN put out this tweet. 16 years ago, zombie kids sparked one of the most popular memes on the internet by uttering the simple phrase, "I like turtles." Live on the news. Now he's back, reprising his role to promote the launch of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem. And
Ooh.
I just love this so much.
yeah.
Got out of a screening for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem, and I'm with my friend the zombie Jonathan. Looking good. Jonathan just got an awesome face paint job. What'd you think of the movie?
I like turtles.
All right, you're a great zombie. Good times here at Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem, opening in theaters August 2nd.
Oh my god, he did it perfectly too.
Showcase.
Oh, I saw it on my timeline, but I didn't hear the audio. I thought he was just gonna go, "I like turtles," like like a normal adult. No, perfect. That was beautiful.
So did he do it like the old meme? Because I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember the meme.
Yeah,
Neither
it's
do I.
exactly like it. You haven't seen I Like Turtles?
No, I haven't. No,
I like turtles.
I like turtles.
I like turtles.
I did not know that was a thing. I'm gonna be honest.
Back here live at the Waterfront Village with my friend the zombie, Jonathan. You're looking good. Jonathan just got an awesome face paint job. What do you think?
I like turtles.
All right, you're a great zombie. And good times here at the Waterfront Village, open for the next 11 days.
So, okay, so that's the first story. Apparently he did it well, so that's awesome. Yay him. Okay.
He likes titles.
Okay, so Ariana Grande.
Oh, we're back at it again. Saga.
And
We
thank
love to
God
see it.
Bunny's not here because she won't talk about how ugly her boyfriend is.
He is.
Ariana Grande's boyfriend, Ethan Slater, files for divorce from wife Lily J.
Bro.
He done turn around and file for divorce. I'm like, oh? Well, here, Ethan Slater's estranged wife, Lily J, breaks her silence in new statements to Page 6, blasting Ariana Grande. Ariana's the story really, not a girl's girl. My family is just collateral damage. So,
Oh.
Lily J says her family's collateral damage as news broke of her estranged husband Ethan Slater's budding romance with Wicked co-star Ariana Grande. So they met on Wicked, apparently.
Yeah.
She said, my family's collateral damage. The musician, oh my God, I can't speak, who shares one son with the SpongeBob SquarePants, the Broadway musical star, says she's focusing on raising her and Slater's baby and being a good mom.
Oh, they've got a kid.
Yep, he's 1 year old. Literally 1 year old. And he's like, I'm going to date a pop star.
The story is her and Dalton, Jay says, referencing Grande's split from her husband, Dalton Gomez, to whom she said she's telling Ethan and others she only cares about protecting their child, our sources says. She's rightfully upset because her marriage fell apart, but Ariana and Ethan didn't do anything wrong. Our insider adds, telling us that Slater has been separated from Jay for 2 months before romancing Grande. Oh.
Oh, okay.
So they were
That's a little
already
better.
separated.
All right. So
Okay.
not fully homewrecker
Exactly. Exactly. So, okay, I get that. That's fine. I mean, if they were already separated, then that part, as far as his part goes, understandable. Ethan is trying to take the high road and hopes he can resolve the situation for the sake of their child.
See, that's what he says though. But like, I've heard situations where she was literally blindsided and she didn't know, and like all that sort of stuff. So it's, I think I need to hear more from her, to be honest.
I would love a video interview, because honestly, all these quotes coming out of nowhere, you see like different combatant like reports like every day on Twitter nowadays. You don't know what story is straight.
Yeah, no, that's true. I mean, my God, we've already had 2 examples of horrible articles written about certain people, like the James Charles one and the Colleen Ballinger one. Like it's almost impossible to believe any of these, to be honest. So
because they go on the side of the more popular, like quote unquote celebrities. And some kind. Yeah, so you don't really know.
Well,
sometimes.
that's what she's saying for now, according to this. So I'm pretty sure more is going to come out. I'm pretty sure she's probably going to end up doing an interview with somebody.
Yeah.
So.
But you know what? The funniest thing about this, though, that I find, so me and my gays at work were talking about it. We were like, "What's so special about this guy? Like, how did she meet him?" Because she has like a main role, right? She's Glinda, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, she's the good witch. Yeah.
Oh yeah, so she's playing Glinda, right? You know what he's playing?
No.
A munchkin.
Oh, of course.
He's casted as a munchkin.
Yeah.
There is nothing special about him other than the fact that he was lead role in SpongeBob the fucking musical.
I don't know. Maybe she watched a lot of SpongeBob AI.
No, stop. And now the Shine Bright Like a Diamond Plankton version is now playing in my head. Thank you, Rynnie.
You're welcome.
Okay, so the next one is more massive UFO evidence just dropped. Mutahar did a live stream. He was going over what they were saying. Like, I guess they were in Congress or whatever, talking about how the UFOs are real, and there was actual. He had 18,000 people watching him in that live stream.
Whoa!
Damn.
Let's go, Mutahar.
Yes.
That's massive.
Yeah, that's huge. So we're gonna watch this video, and we're gonna see.
Me, Mutahar, and today the government confirmed UFOs are real, and they have possessions of them. You might be wondering, whoa, Muta, what happened? Now, today in the morning, you probably got a notification from my channel. 18,000 people were watching me look at the UFO.
I couldn't imagine doing a live stream with 18,000 people watching. I'm sorry.
I couldn't
Yeah,
either.
I would
lot.
freak the fuck out. Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
100%.
Yep.
UFO hearing, ladies and gentlemen. For those of you who don't know, today, literally at 10 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we actually...
He's way too excited about this. Oh my God, Mutahar. Okay, I get you.
had the first, one of the big UAP disclosures. So UAPs, you all know, are anonymous phenomena. Unidentified aerial phenomenon is what it is, right? You've also got USOs, which are like submerged phenomenon, and so on and so forth. Now, a bunch of politicians ended up getting together and questioning 3 individuals. 3 of them, one of them you may know very well. Now, one of them was Mr. Graves. One of them was Mr. Grush, I'm sure as many of you know. And one of them was a former commander, Fravor, retired at this moment. And these are individuals that were brought in front of a committee over here to discuss UAPs and whatnot. Now, unfortunately, if you were watching the stream this morning with me, the problem with this UAP disclosure is the government really didn't want these guys talking, because most of their answers to the juicy stuff was, I can't discuss this unless it's behind closed hearings. That was one of the actual answers. The other one was, well, simply that they could actually be charged, arrested for leaking confidential information.
Wait a minute.
Huh?
So they can get in trouble for talking about it to the government, and they can get in trouble by the government for talking about it.
Yeah, because one of the people was I've forgotten what they're called.
But they were high ranking.
Yeah, they were high ranking in like special.
I think it's the
secret
Navy's
agent thing. Yeah, like
Navy SEALs Aviation Squadron, I think, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong.
regards to national defense, which any juicy question that was asked, all that these guys could say was, we can't elaborate further, okay? We might be able to talk about it from a hypothetical standpoint, but discussions, they have to be kind of limited. So obviously that was most of the discussion, and I think for a lot of the people walking around in the UFO Reddits, kind of knew that this was going to be the case. Like, we knew that we weren't going to be shown autopsy videos of aliens, okay? This wasn't going to be the XCOM debriefing. But I guess some of us were just a little bit let down.
Okay, I bet you, I will bet money. I will literally bet money that I don't even have, okay? I bet you Keemstar was watching this going, I knew it! I knew it! Because you know how he is. He always talks about stuff like that. I know Keemstar was happy they were saying this.
That isn't to say that there aren't some cool highlights that come from the situation. For instance, we were told that there is a deep state agency that could actually be harming our friends.
On these lines.
Yeah, I have to be careful what I say in detail because there is an open whistleblower reprisal investigation on my behalf, and I don't want to compromise that investigation by providing anything that may help provide somebody information. But it was very brutal and very unfortunate, some of the tactics they used to hurt me both professionally and personally, to be quite frank.
Oh, damn. Oh, damn. That don't sound good.
Yeah. It's very unfortunate. As they say, when you're over the target, that's when they do the most firing at you. Do you have any personal knowledge of people who have been harmed or injured in efforts to cover up or conceal these extraterrestrial technology?
Yes. Personally.
Have you heard, have anyone been murdered that you would think, that you know of or have heard of, I guess?
I have to be careful asking that question. I directed...
The CIA, buckos! He directed people towards actual law enforcement agencies or groups that could help them without facing reprisal. As Grush claims, there is an active reprisal investigation, so whoever these gang of agencies are, which shall not be named, are actually hunting down people that are going out to leak the truth, so to speak.
Oh. Oh, that's not good. That's not
honestly,
good at all.
But think about it, it's our government. Are we surprised?
No, I'm not surprised. It's just it's not good. I'm not surprised at all.
What about our government is good?
Now, what was really wild is when the government confirms UFOs exist. Listen to this one.
How do you know that these were not our aircraft?
Some of the behaviors that we saw in a working area, we would see these objects being at 0.0 Mach, that's zero airspeed, over certain pieces of the ground. So what that means, just like a river, if you throw a bobber in, it's going to float downstream. These objects were staying completely stationary in Category 4 hurricane winds.
Whoa.
Have you guys have you guys ever seen the Tic Tac aircraft footage?
No.
Okay, so I don't remember what branch of the military, but these pilots were doing a routine practice run or something around those lines. They're just flying for just the sake of flying because it's their job, right?
Right.
So they're flying, and I'm pretty sure it was over the landmass of the U.S. or it was over international waters. But they're flying, and all of a sudden on their sonar, they see a little white blip that is not moving. Absolutely not. And they're hovering 10,000, 20,000 feet in the air, and so it's within their radar range. So that means it's also in the air. This small white dot that is about the shape of a Tic Tac is just hovering there. They're chasing this thing down because they're like, what the fuck is this? Right? Everyone's confused as shit because ain't nothing that flies that we have access to is shaped like that.
Right.
Like, not even blimps are that round. So they're like, what the hell is this? And the next thing you know, it's gone.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
So like either like stealthed or like what's it called? Like really fast goes away like
Yeah.
These same objects would then accelerate to supersonic speeds, 1.1, 1.2 Mach, and they would do so in very erratic and quick behaviors that I don't have an explanation for.
So what the pilot here is effectively telling you is there were actual aircraft that in the most intensive conditions were operating in methods that our actual present-day aircraft couldn't do. So I guess the implication here is that these are not like systems or weird drones designed. These actually have pieces of technology, stabilization technology, that is far more advanced than anything that we have created if it's operating at these speeds, and of course defying how we understand physics to be. So that's a pretty big claim right there. Now what if I told you there were bodies, non-human bodies? Listen to this one.
Oh, this one, when I heard that, I was like, whoa.
Intelligent extraterrestrials.
something I can't discuss in public setting.
Okay, I can't ask when you think this occurred. If you believe we have crashed craft, stated earlier, do we have the bodies of the pilots who piloted this craft?
As I've stated publicly already in my News Nation interview, biologics came with some of these recoveries, yeah.
Were they, I guess, human or non-human biologics?
Non-human, and that was the assessment of people with direct knowledge on the program I talked to that are currently still on the program.
And was this documentary evidence, this video, photos, eyewitness? Like, how would that be determined?
The specific documentation I would have to talk to you in a skiff about.
So when he's talking about a skiff closed hearing, that's where they can discuss this stuff with, I guess, without reprisal or things being so public record that he's going to get tried from the government, for leaking classified national defense information to the public. So again, under oath, he's basically confirmed there are dead bodies, dead Lamaus. Biologics have confirmed non-human Lamaus.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Oh, are we about to have an Independence Day? I'm just asking.
Oh, I would be shocked because if we've had whisperings of UFOs and aliens for however many decades, right? And nothing has happened so far. They're now confirming it like, whatever, not 100 years, but you know what I mean. Like,
yeah, since 1930s, apparently.
Yeah, exactly. So I like to believe that the aliens treat us like how you would be driving like by the hood, you lock your doors, roll up your windows.
If they were smart, don't come to Earth. You don't want Earth. We don't even want to be here. What? All right.
Yeah, this planet is dying.
All right.
We're in the crafts and they are dead and in possession. That is a pretty big claim, okay? That's probably some of the biggest bombshells out there. Now, of course, everything else that was discussed in the situation was kind of mostly about other UAP scenarios. Like, for instance, this Tic-Tac flying object just out of San Diego. This one was actually mentioned a few too many times for my liking. And realistically, I don't think this ever really went anywhere. They were just really kind of grilling these guys about effectively what happened during the day of that training regiment. Now, what's even wilder is we've got a chat from Missouri coming in. Now, this is Eric Burleson, okay? This is the U.S. representative from Missouri's 7th Congressional District. Do you know where Missouri is? If not, watch this show called The Ozarks on Netflix, okay? That's pretty much the highlights of Missouri right there.
Pretty much, yes, true.
Anyways, that said, though, this guy came up and started asking the questions you and I wanted to ask. So we're going to go listen to this one and have a good time.
And I'm pretty skeptical. I don't trust anything in this town. And so I think that's because I'm from Missouri. You've got to show me, right? With that being said, there's been a lot of things that have been said in the public, Mr. Grush, and so I want to get down to, if we can, some specifics, right? So at one point you had said that there has been harmful activity or aggressive activity. Has any of the activity been aggressive, been hostile in your reports?
I know of multiple colleagues of mine that got physically injured, and the activity. And I got
by UAPs or by people within the federal government.
Both.
Oh, the government.
Oh. See, okay, but then when you think about it, though, like it's a foreign body, like trapped in a place that it don't know, surrounded by the natural life, right? And it's in a fight or flight situation. So I wouldn't be surprised if there was a live one and it decided to attack somebody.
Yeah, but it was
like
also, but the problem is there was also both.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Well, again, that part does not shock me. The government is a relentless body.
Oh, true. Very true. Very true.
The Iiluminaughtii, there ain't no win right there. All of this said under oath. That's a pretty good question right there.
Okay, so there has been activity by alien or non-human technology and or beings that has caused harm to humans.
I can't get into the specifics in an open environment, but at least the activity that I personally witnessed, and I have to be very careful here because they tell you never to acknowledge tradecraft, right? So what I personally witnessed, myself and my wife, was very disturbing.
Oh, damn.
And his wife.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Okay. One of my constituents actually sent this next question, and I figured I'd ask it since I had the same thought. You've said that the U.S. has intact spacecraft. You said that the government has alien bodies or alien species. Have you seen the spacecraft?
I have to be careful to describe what I've seen firsthand and not in this environment, but I can answer that question behind closed doors. Yeah.
And have you seen any of the bodies?
That's something I've not witnessed myself.
So he hasn't seen the dead bodies, but obviously the biologics kind of confirmed it. The alien spacecraft he has, however, and that, of course, is behind those closed doors. God, I hate those closed fucking doors.
Yeah, me too.
Me too.
Same thing, bro.
Holy shit.
Same thing.
Said, you know, and the other statement that has been made that was intriguing to me and it's intriguing because my view has been that we are billions of light years away from any other system. And the concept that an alien species that's technologically advanced enough to travel billions of light years gets here and somehow is incompetent enough to not survive Earth or crashes is something that I find a little bit far-fetched. And with that being said, you have mentioned that there's interdimensional potential. Could you expound on that?
You know what? This guy's base meters is off the chart. I don't know the politics. I don't want to get into it, but this guy's questioneering is pretty good, all right? The inquisitiveness I like. Why is it that aliens who fly billions of light years end up being so goddamn stupid they crash land in Nevada or California?
True.
He's got a point.
He does have a point there.
He does have a point. I do have a theory, though. I want to say that maybe, possibly, in their systems, right, they don't have a planet that mimics Earth with the gravitational magnetic pull that we do. So they think they're doing a drive-by, but next thing you know, they get caught up in that, and then next thing you know, they're free-falling. They don't know how to manage it.
I don't know. If something can withstand like a Category 4 hurricane or tornado or whatever, you'd think they'd be able to withstand the gravity on Earth. And when saying that, apparently Mars has the same sort of gravitational and environment that Earth does. So if they've gone somewhere else first, then yeah, who knows? That's it's hard to believe, though. It is hard to believe.
It's very hard to believe. I'll give my theory at the end.
And bumble around like idiots? That's a pretty good question. But here he gets into interdimensional travel, and he actually inquires a bit of physics information from our friend. So let's listen to this one.
To answer your first question, and I'm here as a fact witness and expert, but I will give you a theoretical framework, at least to work off, to kind of espouse crashes, regardless of your level of sentience, right? Planes crash, cars crash, n number of sorties, however high, a small percentage are going to end in mission failure, if you will, as we say in the Air Force. And then in terms of multidimensionality, that kind of thing. The framework that I'm familiar with, for example, is something called the holographic principle. It derives itself from general relativity and quantum mechanics, and that is, if you want to imagine a 3D object such as yourself casting a shadow onto a 2D surface, that's the holographic principle. So you can be quasi-projected from higher dimensional space to lower dimensional. It's a scientific trope that you can actually cross, literally, as far as I understand, but there's probably guys with PhDs that we can probably argue about that.
But you have not.
Okay, that's way too much science talk for me. So, okay. I don't understand what he said.
Basically, it's like a projection of the aircraft that's gone from 2D to 3D to 2D. I'm trying to make sense of it. I just woke up, so this isn't like something that I can really.
I want to say. I want to interpret it as it's similar to cloning in a sense. They're not quite actually there, but in a sense they're there at the same time, just projecting themselves onto a different.
But if there's biologics, and
yeah,
that means
exactly.
they're
That's
actually
what I mean.
there. Yeah, so
that's what I mean akin to cloning. So it's like instead of one body, one mind, it's one mind, two bodies.
Bro, we're going into Independence Day. We need Will Smith. Will Smith is going to come back.
Where the fuck is Will Smith?
Honestly, my question is, when are we going to become Jedi Knights?
True. Where is my lightsaber?
I want a lightsaber.
Yes. I want to possess the Force.
Oh my God. Okay.
Not seen any documentation that that's what's occurring.
Only a theoretical framework discussion. Yes.
Okay. Okay.
So that's pretty much where it kind of ends. He's the only one really asking the questions most of the Redditors and you and I are into. But of course, when he's talking about the holographic principle, Grush is actually referring to a property of string theories. And before you get onto my ass about explaining string theories and quantum gravity to you, I'll have you reminded that my background is computer sciences and engineering. This is a whole different field. This is black hole thermodynamics. At least that's what this principle was inspired by. So there's no doubt that David ended up actually actually seeing proper documentation of this, but this is all theoretical, right? So again, it's a good question to press him on, and I guess if anything, like the congressman over here knows that if he's not going to be able to get like a straight answer, he's going to have to find some roundabout like exposition. That's pretty much all you get out of it. But ladies and gentlemen, that was the gist of the UFO UAP hearing. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, wild day. Okay, the same day, coincidentally, that there is the murder of Obama's chef. There are multiple different political motions.
Oh, I didn't know about that. Okay.
I didn't know about that either.
At play. Today, we were all showcased aliens today. That's pretty much what the headline was. Ladies and gentlemen, wild world we live in. But if anything, today, I guess the government confirmed, further explanations of UFOs, and under oath, we now know that the government allegedly has alien bodies, okay? Non-human bodies, okay? I guess that's a more accurate, politically correct term in this situation, all right? So let me know what you think about it in the comment section below. Did we start a war with the Tyrian Empire? Are we all
Yes.
okay? Do the aliens want the bodies back? That's all I can really say. Ladies and gentlemen, if you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. Just like it.
Or with the communist vagina.
Hell
faces.
yeah. Okay, look, here's my thing. If all this is true, and, we know our government is what it is, right? I feel bad for all these people over the decades who have been gaslit that they are crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That is
Oh,
literally
yeah.
what everyone is thinking at this moment.
There's a whole bunch of people going, I told you so!
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I feel bad for those people that were literally gaslit into thinking they were crazy. So the next story is...
Oh, God.
Yes. My favorite female misogynist. Miss Pearly Things decided she wanted to be really cute. And you know how she tweets out stuff just to piss people off? Mm-hmm. She goes, 16-year-old chicks are hotter than 26-year-old chicks. Mind you, she's 26. Okay.
Yeah, that's the funniest thing about that.
Well,
She called
of
herself
course,
out.
she tweeted that. She deleted it, of course, because she started... Look how many bookmarks was on there. 302 bookmarks. And, of course, I quote tweeted it, because I was like, girl, what? You know where she gets that number from? She gets it from the manosphere. In the manosphere, they believe, because you got to think, United States, they look at things like 18 older, right? It's not like that in all countries, all right? They think between 16 years of age and early 20s is the best time to get a wife, as far as the woman being that age. That way, you can mold her to be the woman that you want her to be.
That's so gross. Yeah.
Yes. Yes, it's very gross. I mean, because remember, women are seen, not heard. They do exactly what their husband wants to do, and they stay barefoot and pregnant in the kitchen, and they are completely the maid and caretaker of their husband, while their husband can go step out with however many women they want to step out with, because it's biological for a woman to sleep with multiple women. I mean, it's biological for a man to sleep with multiple women. That's how they actually feel.
Because they get their self-worth with the amount of bodies they think they racked up, not, having a successful life.
Well, the godfather of the red pill or manosphere, he's they basically preach out that you should sleep with 50 women before you settle down.
What?
Yes. So, Kidology comes out with this tweet. Watching Pearl Davis realize on live TV that Piers Morgan is not her friend was low-key sad, and like watching a Stepford wife trying to deal with a sudden malfunction. He's a businessman, not a friend. He isn't going to pick you over a good story. And her face was amazing in this.
Yeah,
It
she was
was so
gobsmacked.
Sue Piers Morgan censored. Pearl Davis is the self-styled anti-feminist influencer who's creating major buzz online with a contrarian view. She's appeared in a couple of debates on this show. It's called Uncensored after all. We welcome any honestly held opinions. But this week, she's facing a major backlash for posting a song titled Why Can't We Talk About the Jews, which she dedicated to far-right commentator Nick Fuentes before later deleting it.
You see her face? And I'm not going to play the song. I'm not going to play the song on this because we're not going to get struck down because of that song. But look at her face. She's like, oh my God.
Well, Pearl joins me now, along with the New York author and founder of End Jew Hatred, Brooke Goldstein, over in the States. All right, Pearl, You've come on the show a couple of times, right? We've had some spirited debates about feminism and stuff like that, and I thought you made.
She's
some
probably
good
looking at her
points.
manager like, "What the fuck right now?"
Then I wake up the other day and I see this thing that's trending involving you doing this song, and I couldn't really believe what I was watching. I didn't know why did you find it funny?
Huh?
Did you find it funny? I mean, you know the backlash to it. I mean, you deleted it. You obviously thought you shouldn't have posted it.
Mm-hmm.
Why did you do that?
Gobsmacked. I want to find I want the full interview. I need to see this because I need to hear what she says after this.
Oh yeah.
The gobsmackedness is hilarious. She was so blindsided. I can't. This is amazing.
Okay, well, at 8:35 p.m. my time today, she says something. How the mainstream media lies. Piers Morgan uncensored exposed.
All right, what up, guys? So today, I went on Piers Morgan, and this is the third time that I went on his show. And the first 2 times that I went on his show, I actually had such a fun time. It was so fun. And yeah, it was great. But this past time, okay, I was supposed to go on Tuesday. And I just had a weird feeling about going on. And I kind of expressed my concern with the producers. I just had a weird feeling. I just felt like something.
Why? Because you fucked up?
No,
Ma'am. What?
I think she's talking out of her ass.
Something was different. And the producers assured me, this is not a setup. We are on your side. This is a general conversation about cancel culture. And on Tuesday, I ended up pulling out last minute. But Thursday, I rescheduled for it. I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna be a bitch. You know, I'm gonna put on my big girl pants. I'm gonna go on. And you know, I think they called me like at least 2 or 3 times, either me or my assistant, saying this is a general conversation. Piers is pro free speech, and it's a general conversation about cancel culture. We're trying to build a relationship with you. This is not an ambush. So I get on the show, or I get to Piers Morgan, and about 10 minutes before the show, they switched the guest. So I was originally supposed to go on with a guy that wrote a book about freedom of speech. And then they switched it to someone that was anti-Semitism. Now,
I love it. A snake eating a snake. I love it. I love it.
This rang a few alarm bells in my head because, you know, I recently had this video on Twitter go viral that was really about Ye getting kicked off of all social media. And he wasn't the only one that's been kicked off, but you know, I was freestyling on my guitar. I was just, you know, and the thing was I had like 10 different songs that I put out, but this one, it was like a freestyle where I talked about cancel culture. And when Ye said something like about the Holocaust, basically everyone freaked out and kicked him out off of everything. He loses all of his brand deals. And you know, I just thought that was crazy. Like, why are we in a society where we can say what speech is allowed and what speech isn't allowed? So I get on, okay, and I'm like, okay, this is kind of, I'm a bit nervous because they just switched the guest, so I know nothing about the girl I'm going on with. And other than like what, you know, you Google in 10 seconds. You get on, and Piers says I'm going to go.
Okay, can we be fair? Pearl really doesn't know how to research anyway with the bullshit that she spews and her percentages and all that shit. She's full of shit anyway.
Hard on you this time. Something like that. And I'm like, oh, really? And I'm shocked because his producers have said all week he's on my side. So I'm like, what? And so I'm like, okay, this is going to be a different type of interview. They start the interview, okay? They falsely accuse me of writing a song inspired by Nick Fuentes. You know, for someone that has millions of dollars that's backed by a network, why do you not have a research team?
Okay, all right. I just want to step in. I just want to step in for a second and say, ma'am, everything you say and do is inspired by Nick Fuentes, Fresh and Fit podcast, and any other male that runs a red pill or manosphere that you're trying to be a pick-me for. So sit down and shut your mouth. Just saying.
Yep.
Either you know that I didn't attribute it to Nick, or you were just trying to spin a narrative. So Nick is someone that's banned on everything. So what does that do for me as a YouTuber when you're trying to tie me to him? Then they also cut out the end of the song where I say that the song is about cancel culture and it's about being canceled by the left and the right. And so it was a bit misleading because they didn't even put the full song in there. Then they also gave a title to the song that I didn't give, and they labeled me anti-Semitic. So it was funny because it's like I'm thinking this is a free speech general conversation. I could show you these emails with someone else on it. And then I get on and I'm like, oh no, this is an ambush. Which they promised me they wouldn't do. I was like, Piers, what about our promise? So clearly this man learned nothing about the interview with Tate.
Aw, how does it feel to be snaked? How does it feel, Pearl?
Obviously, this man hasn't learned a thing about his interview with Tate. No, obviously, you don't know a damn thing about Piers Morgan.
Oh my God.
He does this all the time, you dumb broad.
Period. Oh my God.
Because even the comments are on my side. Like, okay.
Bullshit.
And on the show, he alluded to censoring people. That I said that I think that censoring people makes it worse. He says, I disagree. So now you're pro-censorship. I think we need to start calling this show Censored with Piers Morgan. Censored. Because he's using the same tactics that the cancel culture, the woke mob uses. Labeling me anti-Semitic, saying I said things I didn't say, and then also, I was also arguably threatened online. You know, I'm not going to say, but, you know, when she's saying people like Pearl disappear, I'm like, nothing? No push, that's okay? Like,
I want to hear this whole damn thing. Oh my God. We're going to find it and maybe go over it like Monday. How does that sound?
Yes, please.
So, you know, the point of free speech is to allow uncomfortable speech. Like, the point of free speech is that we can talk about anything, not just the topics that mainstream media deems appropriate. And, you know, the left and the right both believe in freedom of speech, which is why I was really shocked. At the end of the interview, he even told me to apologize to the woke mob because they inferred something that I didn't say. You know, I'm not anti-Semitic. I've never said anything anti-Semitic. And this is really just cancel culture tactics that the woke mob uses that now...
I hate that saying, the woke mob. I am so sick of that damn saying. Oh my God. Oh my God. I hate it so much. I mean, I understand there is one. I do understand there is one. But the way she uses it, she's basically doing like the quartering when, you know how Willie Mack called him the anti-SJW? That's what she's doing. Literally.
Not one, but 2 shows I've been on that are pro-free speech have now tried to use on me. So, you know, I think we should start calling this Censored with Piers Morgan. And I'd also like to announce that I'm starting a network of my own. I'm calling it the Audacity Network because we have the audacity to have on all different types of people. We have the audacity to not use woke language to censor speech. You know, we have the audacity to not ambush people and actually tell them what the interviews are about. And we have the audacity to really push for freedom of speech. So, you know, subscribe to my YouTube channel. We're going to be signing talent as well. You know, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's all perfectly okay to ambush guests, lie to them about what it's about, and tell them it's not an ambush when it clearly was. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe this is all in my head. I am a woman anyways. Like the video.
I would like to have the audacity to tell her what's for. That's what I'd like.
Oh
yeah,
my
and
God.
you know what? Like, Piers did say, I woke up yesterday and saw this, right? So originally they must have had a different plan and, you know, would have been what they were telling her. But up until that point, they've gone, oh, hang on a second.
Yeah.
And changed it up because, you know, he is a journalist in the most loosest fitting term possible. But like, that's what they do. If there's a story, they're going to run with it. Like, they're not going to like sweep it under the rug and just because you think you've got a rapport with the reporter.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, people were going crazy about that song on Twitter.
Yeah,
they were going crazy. So I mean, it makes sense that he switched it up because that was the newest thing about her.
Yeah.
You know, it's almost like that damn tweet. I mean, 16-year-old chicks are hotter than 26-year-old chicks. Like, girl.
You know what? There was a comment that I saw that I'm like, you know what? I kind of agree with that. They were like, why did she take this route? She has a pretty decent singing voice. She could have just been Taylor Swift for the fucking right. And just made country music and not do this bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's offensive to Taylor Swift fans.
True.
I'm quoting the comment.
Mystic's like, I don't agree with it. I'm just quoting the comment. Absolutely.
I mean, she does have a pretty decent singing voice. I will agree with that point. I'm not going to compare her to Taylor Swift by any means, but you know what? Like she could have had a completely different path.
Yeah, you know, and when she was singing the song and describing it, like, she called it a freestyle, man. Like, it's,
that's not.
are you kidding me? She was looking down at a paper and she was reading off something. It wasn't just in her head. Just like in this, like, obviously the dot point she was going through for this little video was put together by a little group of people that, like, give her all the answers to everything because she's got no brain cells left in her head.
True. True. Yeah, so that's my favorite girl, just Pearly things.
Yep. You get what you fucking deserve.
Period. Point blank. Period. Oh, I can't stand her.
I trust a damn soul.
Cannot stand her.
Who can?
Oh, all them men on that side do. Oh, and oh my God, Big Papa Fascist. His wife. Oh, she is a Just Pearly Things fan. Let me tell you.
Really?
Oh yeah, because she's an outspoken misogynist also. Like, she'll tell you she's a misogynist, and she agrees with just about everything Just Pearly Things says. She'll be under Pearly Things tweets and literally arguing for her. And I'm like, girl, how does it feel to sell your soul? Just saying.
We love a good bootleg around these parts.
Yeah, exactly.
How's that leather taste, bitch?
Yep. So... those were the stories of today. I mean, it's not going to be as long as the episodes we normally put out, but I mean, I think we're pretty good right now. Not much has happened this week. Cool World Happy Mind dropped her video about Iiluminaughtii. Actually, I went over it on my live stream before we recorded. And I only went over like the first 3 parts and then the last part, which was her story. And man, ooh. Iiluminaughtii, not cool. Not cool.
Yeah, I caught a little bit of that before I went back to sleep. That poor woman. She seems like such a kind soul.
Yeah.
Like the person that was doing it. And she was like pregnant throughout all that as well, from my understanding.
Yeah, and she had and her pregnancy was like a rough one. Like, she was so sick at some point. She said that she had to go to the emergency room because she was losing fluids.
Jeez.
Oh no. Yeah, so it was like a rough pregnancy for her. So and then Iiluminaughtii gaslighting her ass, and then telling people about how they lived in the same city and how they were gonna meet up and they were besties and stuff like that. And I was sitting there going, I would have met her for coffee. I most definitely would have met her for coffee. And Iiluminaughtii telling her fans that they lived in the same city and shit. Bro.
Yeah, but she didn't like end up going and blocked her on everything or something like that.
She stopped all communications with her, yeah.
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 So she just wanted the evidence of saying they cleared shit up and then not actually follow through with it.
Yes, girl boss gaslight.
God.
Girl boss gaslight, or some people in my chat were going girl boss gatekeep gaslight. She's the 3Gs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I know Oz's video is supposed to come out soon because at the end of Crew World Happy Minds, it says Oz video coming out soon. And from what I hear, Oz's video is going to be very long, so it's going to take a couple of live streams to cover it. From what I heard, don't know if it's true or not because I don't have direct contact with Oz, obviously.
Yeah.
But I can't wait for that video to drop. Hopefully it's dropping this weekend. I don't know. I'm guessing within the week because she did put it at the end of her video, Oz's video coming soon. So obviously she knows. So yeah, so I can't wait for Oz's video to come out on it. And yeah, because I can't wait to see what he says because he was the one living with her.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
that's cool. So if you guys want to catch up with that, go to Xylie's channel and watch the live that she just put out.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Hell
yeah.
All right. Anything else, ladies, before we get out of here? Or
This is just a very interesting video.
I mean, we got female misogynist aliens are dropping down on us. Ariana Grande and boyfriend are doing some sus shit, and Turtle Man, the zombie kid.
What a little good what a variety of subjects we had for you today.
Yes, I can't wait.
Right?
Honestly, I can't wait to see your thumbnail, Eva. Not gonna lie, I cannot wait to see your thumbnail. There better be little spaceships all over it. That's all I'm saying.
Yes.
Yeah, and definitely a grey or two. We'll see how we go. Yeah.
All right, Mystic. I guess go ahead and take us out.
Take us out. Alrighty. Okay. Well, everybody, thank you so much for watching the broadcast, episode 26. Love your faces. We are at 1.3K.
Yeah.
So proud of us to say that.
Yes.
Let's go.
Also, if you are a member and you didn't watch the members only live stream that we did this week, go back and watch it because that's what you're paying for.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Better go back.
Yep.
Alrighty, lovelies. Say goodbye to our beautiful, beautiful audience.
Bye.
Bye. Love your faces.
I like turtles.